Hello friends, today we will be discussing about National People's Party, and why we are discussing about this political party in this lecture today is because of the ongoing issue in the state of Manipur, that a few of the MLAs, members of Legislative Assembly from this National People's Party has withdrawn the support from the government. So basically the coalition government in Manipur has lost the support of a few members of the Legislative Assembly from the NPP or National People's Party. So in this context we will be discussing about the major political parties in India. We will also be discussing about national parties, state parties, etc., and what are the eligibility conditions to be recognized as a national party, as a state party. Then finally we will come to the discussion or debate between a coalition government versus majority rule. So what are the advantages and the disadvantages of both? From the mains perspective we will be discussing, and from prelims and mains perspective the eligibility criteria to be recognized as a national party, as a state party, etc. are again very important. We will be understanding and analyzing that also. So let's start with the lecture. Let's first come to the current affairs. So current affair related to NPP, that is the National People's Party, is that there is a political troubleshooting going on in the state of Manipur. Manipur is a state in the northeastern India. So political troubleshooting is going on in Manipur after 4 MLAs of the NPP, National People's Party, along with few others, had withdrawn the support from the ruling government recently. So here we are talking about a coalition government. So what is meant by a coalition government? First of all, a coalition government basically means that when a single political party is not able to prove majority, then what does it do? It takes the support from some other political parties and they together form a coalition. Now we have different coalitions like the NDA, UPA, all these are examples of coalitions. So coalition is when more than one political party forms, or when more than one political party comes together to form the government, it is called a coalition. It is also not necessary that one single political party does not have a majority, and that is a sole reason why there is a coalition. Now for example, if we take the case of NDA, which is a coalition of some political parties, and major political party is BJP. So even when BJP has a majority, even when BJP has a clear-cut majority, they have gone for a coalition. So it is not necessary that only in circumstances where a single party does not have majority, then a coalition government will be formed. But most of the times it is so. But otherwise also a coalition means that more than one single party, more than one political party has come together. 2 or more political parties come together to form the government. It can be at the central level, it can be at the state level, it can be also at the local level. So at any level of the government or at any tier of the government, when more than one political party come together to form a government is called a coalition. Now what has happened in Manipur? A few of the MLAs, especially MLAs from the National People's Party, NPP, has withdrawn the support from the government. So in this coalition, what has happened? A few MLAs, few members from some political party has withdrawn the support. So what will happen? The government will lose the majority. So this has led to a political troubleshooting. So when the government loses majority, what will happen? The government will collapse, the Council of Ministers will have to resign, and as a result of that, fresh elections has to be initiated. So this is the political turmoil going on in Manipur. Now this is not just important from the context of Manipur. We have seen similar episodes all over India or in many other states as well. For example, in Karnataka 1 or 2 years back we have seen the same problem. Again in the state of Maharashtra, in Rajasthan. So this is a situation that we frequently see these days, and this is becoming a pattern that in coalition governments at the state level especially, parties are withdrawing their support. If we look into the history, a few years back, what was the situation at the central level. So a few years back, maybe we can say before the term of NDA government, before 2014, we had an era of coalition. It was actually known as a coalition era itself. There were many instances after independence, there were many instances where the Council of Ministers had to resign as a result of some political parties withdrawing the support. When we learn about the post-independence, we will learn it in detail. But at the central level, this was a very non-phenomena. It was very common. But there was a time, especially after 2014, we have a very stable government with clear-cut majority. But before that, there were such kind of instances at the central level. Now this phenomena is more common at the state level. Many states, many state governments or many political parties at the state level, they are finding it difficult for a single party to prove the majority and form the government. It has happened in Karnataka, it has happened in Maharashtra, in Rajasthan, in many states we have seen that. And what happens in a coalition government is that maybe after 1 year or 2 years after forming the government and running the government, there is a tendency that some of the parties which are supporting the coalition, these parties will withdraw the support, and as a result of that the government will fall. So the same situation, a political turmoil is going on in Manipur. So we should not see this as a single instance that has happened in the state of Manipur, but elsewhere in the country also, in many states, the same episodes have happened recently. Therefore, it becomes a very, very important topic for your UPSC examination. There can be questions based on analysis of coalition governments, the merits and the demerits, the stability of a government in a coalition politics. So, such type of questions you can expect in your mains examination. Especially because, as I said, this trend is seen in many places in the country. So, let's discuss about that in detail. But today we will be more focusing upon political parties, state parties, the recognition as state party, as national party, etc. Also, we will come to a analysis also. So, let's proceed. Now, let's come to National People's Party, the party in which 4 MLAs have said that they are withdrawing the support from the government. So, NPP got the status of a national party in 2019. It was recognized as a national party in 2019, which means very recently. So, this is one party that got the recognition as a national party very recently, and it was recognized as a state party in 4 states. So, this is one of the eligibility conditions. We will discuss about all other eligibility conditions in detail, but one eligibility condition being that when a state party or when a party or political party gets recognized as a state party in more than 4 states, it becomes eligible to be recognized as a national party. So, it got recognition as a state party in Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Nagaland and Meghalaya. So, all in northeastern India. So, from this we understand that National People's Party, it's prevalent in northeast, or it's more popular in the northeastern India. And it is the 8th party to get the recognition. So, the last one or the latest party to get a recognition as a national party. The others are INC, Indian National Congress, BJP, BSP, NCP, CPI, CPIM and also the NPP. So, remember there are 8 parties at the national level which are recognized as national parties, and the last one is National People's Party. So, total 8, and also the Trinamool Congress, and it is also the first party from Northeast India to be recognized as national party. Again, this is very important because questions related to Northeast India, the politics, the economy of Northeast India, etc. are very important for your preliminary examination. So, NPP or National People's Party is the first party in the Northeast India to be recognized as a national party. Please do remember this. Questions can be directly like this, whether NPP is the first party to get recognized as a national party from the Northeast or not. So, please remember it is the first party to be recognized. Now, let's come to the types of political parties. So, Election Commission of India lists political parties as national party, state party or registered party. So, these are the 3 classifications, and it is done by the Election Commission of India. Election Commission of India is a constitutional body set up by the Constitution in order to conduct the elections in a free and fair manner. It is also known as the watchdog of democratic process or the election process. So democracy, the basic pillar of democracy is elections. So election commission is also known as the watchdog of the democratic process or the electoral process, and also the ECI or the Election Commission of India is responsible for conducting free and fair elections in the country. The conditions for being listed as a national party or a state party are specified under the Election Symbols Reservation and Allotment Order of 1968. So let's see what is a national party and how a party gets recognized as a national party. First condition, 6% of valid votes polled in any 4 or more states at a general election to Lok Sabha or to the state legislative assembly. In addition, it wins 4 seats in Lok Sabha from any state or states. So here you can remember it as 644. How? 644? 6% of valid votes in 4 or more states and 4 Lok Sabha seats in from any one state or more than one state. So 644, you can remember it that way. Next is 2% of Lok Sabha seats in the last such election with MPs elected from at least 3 states. So here you can remember it as 2-3. So first is 644. I am just giving you some codes to remember. You can make your own codes whichever is convenient for you. This is how I used to remember it. So 644 means 6% of valid votes from 4 or more states and 4 seats in the Lok Sabha from any one state or more than one state. Now second condition, 2% of all Lok Sabha seats in the last election with MPs from at least 3 states, because state representation is important to be recognized as a national party. So this party should have representation in more than 3 states. That is why 2%, it is not 2 seats, remember it's 2% of Lok Sabha seats from 3 states. So this is very clear because anyways 2 seats will not make 3 state from representation from 3 states. So definitely this is clear that it's 2%. Now third condition, recognition as a state party in at least 4 states. So 4, you can remember it as like 4. The party which is recognized as a state party in at least 4 states. So these are the eligibility conditions. Now coming to state party, to be recognized as a state party. So here 5 conditions are given. So any one of the 5 conditions. So here also 3 conditions were given, 1 condition, here any one of the 5 conditions. So 2 seats plus a 6% vote share in the last assembly election in that state. So 2 seats plus at least 6% of the vote share in the last assembly elections. Again another one is 1 seat plus 6% vote share in the last Lok Sabha election from that state. That is because it's Lok Sabha election, therefore 1 seat is enough. So 2, 6 or 1, 6. Another one is 3% of total assembly seats or 3 seats, whichever is more. Either 3% of assembly seats or 3 seats, whichever is more. 1 of every 25 Lok Sabha seats from a state. So 1 of 25 means this fraction 1 is to 25. Suppose for example in a particular state there are 50 Lok Sabha seats, then at least 2 seats has to be won by that state party, that political party. So ratio is 1 is to 25. If it is 75 seats, then 3. So that's how it is. And 8% statewide vote share in either the last Lok Sabha or last assembly polls. So if none of these conditions are met, at least 8%. If there is no representative at all, then also if 8% of the total vote share either in the Lok Sabha elections or in the assembly polls will also make a political party to be eligible to become a state party. So these are the eligibility conditions. Now regarding the laws of recognized status, once recognized as a national party or as a state party, a political party loses its given status only if it fails to fulfill any of the conditions for 2 successive assembly and 2 successive Lok Sabha elections. So if the party fails to fulfill any of the conditions for 2 successive Lok Sabha elections as well as 2 successive assembly elections. So only then the status is lost. That means a party retains the status irrespective of its performance in the next election. So the next one election is not enough for the party to lose the recognized status. It is dependent upon 2 elections, the upcoming 2 elections. So these are the national parties in India and the symbols of the national parties: INC, BJP, CPI, CPM, BSP, NCP, Trinamool Congress and NPP. Now let's also look into the symbols reserved for them and the party. BSP is Bahujan Samaj Party and the symbol is elephant. So this is the symbol of BSP. Now BJP, we know the symbol is lotus. So BJP is Bharatiya Janata Party and this is the symbol. Now we have the CPI, that is the Communist Party of India, and ears of corn and sickle is the symbol reserved for them. And next is CPM, which is the Communist Party of India, Marxist, hammer, sickle and star. So this is the symbol of CPM and this is CPI symbol. Now we also have the INC, Indian National Congress, and hand, it's a symbol. Again NCP, Nationalist Congress Party, clock. So this is the symbol of NCP. And we have the All India Trinamool Congress, symbol is flowers and grass. And we also have the NPP, National People's Party. So book is the symbol. So these are the symbols. Now let's come to a mains model question. Please try to attempt this question and send me your answers. Question is, what is a coalition government? What is its impact on Indian politics? And do you agree coalitions allow a diversity of voices to be heard? Keep fundamentalism at bay. Critically analyze. So we have discussed the points. Please do try to answer this question.